Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you could reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Chevron. Well, the giant oil company is leaving California to Texas, which makes company number 9,958,735,403 to move from California to Texas. I'm only slightly exaggerating, although I do have an ongoing beer bet with the guys. I have yet to find a single person, because I defied them, tell me one business that has moved to California in the past 5 to 10 years. I'll wait. But we've seen hundreds move out. Because again, California is not good for business or individuals as they have a high income tax, well, pretty much high taxes on everything, including fuel tax, which, spoiler alert, they don't like oil. Now, going to the OG news source is Yahoo, which they also have their finance, the original search engine back in the day, and they say, quote, Chevron to quit California for Texas after warning on rules, which you see the same thing. I don't know if it's a hubris or just they hate business and hate the people who live there. These business owners, including like Elon Musk, they tell Gavin Newsom, or Newscom? Oh, Newsom, I think it is, maybe? No, Newscom, that's how you pronounce it. They tell him explicitly, if you pass these laws, if you pass these regulations, it will hurt our business to the point where we can't be there. Or in Elon Musk's specific case, he says, if you pass this law and that law is related to hiding information from parents about the child transitioning, where the schools can do whatever they want. Well, in that case, he said, hey, if you pass this social law, my businesses will relocate. And yet, the government doesn't care. They just keep pushing businesses away. Now, there you can see, going to the top article here. And this is specifically coming from Kevin Crawley, who's a writer over there. Trying to see if they have a little nice... Oh, that's a little disappointing. Yahoo Finance, you don't have a cool infographic, the latest stock trends for Chevron. Well, nevertheless, go back to the top so you see that. Now, they say, quote, Chevron Corp is relocating its headquarters to Houston from California after repeatedly warning the Golden State's regulatory regime it was making it a tough place to do business. It announced it will end the company's more than 140 years of being in California to go to Texas. California had already slashed new investments in California refining, citing adversarial government policies in the state that has some of the most stringent environmental rules in the U.S. In January, refining executive Andy Waltz warned that the state was playing a, quote, dangerous game with climate rules that threaten to spike gasoline prices. Which, yeah, fun fact, yeah, it's one of the reasons why the prices in California for gas is like, what, $7 a gallon now for the unleaded drib that they have there. Their gas is also refined to a different specification, which also leads to an increase. Also, they don't really like the free market. There's like one or two, almost like a duopoly in terms of the refineries that can perform it to that exact California specifications, which is yet another reason it is so expensive beyond all belief, as well as the massive tax that they put on it as well. Now, again, the CEO, Mike, also says, quote, he says, harshly going is also really closer to the core epicenter of the industry, referencing it to Houston, which that is where many of them are. He claims that it's not about politics, where your regulatory team and a lot of your other friends are saying, oh, these laws are going to hurt us. Now, they also know that this will be joining companies like Oracle, Tesla, Hewlett Packard Enterprise, CrowdStrike, pretty much every company you can possibly conceivably think of, they're leaving out of the state. Now, they also noted from his speech a while back, he said, quote, the policies in California have become pretty restrictive on a lot of business fronts, not just environmental. Also say that, quote, California has been long incongruent state for oil company call home. It pioneered its push to cut tailpipe emissions in the 1960s. And in 2022, Gavin Newsom signed a sweeping climate change measure, setting goal for California to become net zero by 2045, 5 years ahead of the U.S. schedule as a whole. Yeah, they're also banning gas cars over there as well. Even though, keep in mind, they can't support the current electrical infrastructure needs. They already have rolling brownouts because of their ineptitudes. And they also, now they're saying, we don't want you to charge your cars at a certain time. They really just want you to live in the pod and eat bugs. So I'm not too surprised. Now, of course, some of the most interesting thing about this is the comments, which thankfully Yahoo sometimes does have the comment section. So going to the top comments here, maybe I'm alone in my assessment. Maybe everyone's saying, well, maybe this is a great place to live. No, obviously not. One of the first comments comes from someone by the name of Steve saying, quote, planning my escape now. I read the comments about the don't let the door hit you, and it suddenly makes you realize that people do not get it. I pay the state a ton of my money in income, disability, property taxes, sales taxes, registration. I don't know how the average person makes it in the state. I moved here from Texas a few years ago, got a statutory raise. There's nowhere near paying the difference though, and there's fires to worry about. They shut down the power off in the fall when the high winds picked up, and enjoy over $5 per gallon. Yep. I want to say this guy should be slapped on the wrist, but you moved from Texas, the great freedom state, to California. I don't want to say big mistake, but yeah, no, I do. I want to say big mistake. I did get 79 likes, and he is planning his escape. Interesting profile. This person's name is Huh. They say, quote, oops, even less tax revenue coming in for California. Ah, well, they only have another 45 billion shortfall to figure out this year. Yeah, they're not fiscally responsible as well. Spoiler alert. Brian W. says, it's not about the politics. It's about the state's policies, rules, and regulations. Sounds like it's about politics. Exactly. I got 73 likes. So, not too surprised that California drove yet another highly important business, especially for U.S. infrastructure and U.S. energy independence. And, I mean, there also is that war on oil where, again, the government's making it more and more difficult. So, hopefully we get some changes to regulation at a federal level as well so we can get gas prices down to, remember, it was under $2 a gallon? Those are good days. People keep forgetting the big ripple effect of how gasoline affects the price of everything. Because not only the byproducts of the oil industry, because, you know, everything around us is an oil byproduct, but also logistics in terms of the cost to get food to the store and all that kind of stuff. But again, not surprised California drives yet another business away. And again, maybe we could wager, like buy someone like maybe buy someone a coffee or something. I mean, I defy it. Let me know in the comments if you can name one business that's moved to California, especially if it's from Texas, in the past 5, 10, 15 years. And again, there might be one. I just haven't seen it yet. But we have seen hundreds leaving. And if you are in the great state of Texas, what brought you here? Was it because of your business, the economy? If you're in California, are you planning your escape as well? Let me know in the comments. As always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button and tell your friends, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some direct feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.